So my traveling certainly shaped my photography, but the artistic style got shaped by the simple thought of I suck at art and wanting to change that. And I specifically mean like drawing or painting. That I had already cultivated a performance art to a pretty high level degree before I ever started with a visual medium. And so I bought a notebook and some colored pencils and said, I'm gonna do this until I see improvement.
That's
Because
great.
that was how juggling went. I sucked at juggling to begin with. I was a terrible learner. It was so painstakingly difficult. And I thought, oh, drawing can't be any more difficult than that. And so there is this form of resilience that I had built up, which really helped form the artwork.
Yeah.
And then over time, I just found a style. It kind of came to me without a lot of effort. It is often called Zen Tangle. There's a whole book about it out there. It's really meditative. You subdivide a page into parts and spaces and then subdivide those and put little things in this part and that part. And it becomes this very geometric thing. Admittedly, I was a total math kid. Maybe that had something to do with it. But as a child, I didn't feel very confident about my artwork. I didn't pursue art classes. I was much more into playing in the mud and being out in nature. And so I feel really blessed now that I look at some of my pieces of artwork and really admire it.
Hmm.
And they're not perfectly symmetrical, which is often my goal. And I've wanted to go into digital art, but haven't yet, partially due to time limitations, but because there's something more magical about something created by hand.
Yeah.
And as we're seeing AI really create all this content, it feels very important that we differentiate the content that AI is creating from human created art.
Hmm. Yeah.
And when I was traveling, I would often be juggling at places to practice, trying to busk and make money. That helped people approach me more, which led to more incredible experiences. Doing some sort of creative endeavor out in public leads to a sort of vulnerability
Hmm.
that allows people to want to approach. Also, traveling alone, I had way more people approach me than
Right.
if I was traveling with someone else.
Yeah, because I think it's that sense in us. I find this a lot when I see like somebody eating alone at a restaurant. I kind of want to go sit down, with them and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
how are you? What's your story? Like, where are you on a business trip, or do you just like eating out alone, or like where are you from? Because
taking
I
me
just
out on a date.
yeah, there is something like humans. I think they crave connection. So when we see someone alone, we're like, "Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Want to come hang out?"
it's like a magnetic draw.
Yeah, it really is. And I love that you talked about the juggling, the art, sticking with it, and learning
Hmm.
really like the craft of something, because I think a lot of times we think, like you said, we're not good at that. But have we really ever tried and like committed to really learning how to do something? Because I bet if we did and we put the effort and we had the confidence in it, we could actually become pretty good at a lot of things we think, oh, I'll never be good at that.
Yeah.
So I really love that. Now, you founded Circle Quirk, which is an educational circus entertainment company.
Hold on. Cirque quirk.
Sir Quirk, thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
you're good.
dyslexic sometimes.
Go ahead.
Now, you founded Cirque Quirk, an educational circus entertainment company. How did you make that transition into Cirque Quirk?